So good day, sir. So today I'm gonna create my mood board for web designing. So now let me introduce myself first. I am the Paneda Junior from BSIT. So now let's open our Adobe XD. Let's select the web. So first, let's minimize that, or let's make it full screen, and let's rename this page to mood board. So first, I'm gonna import first our logo, which makes us known for what the website that we're going to create. Don't forget that. So let's resize it and let's add border into it. So I've selected a color palette that is appropriate or connected for our company's logo, and this is the one. So let me copy in here. So this is the most appropriate that color palette that we're going to use. So since this is a screenshot, I'm gonna make a color palette so we can import it here in the colors. So I've used five different colors that we can see in the screenshot file. So let's create boxes, five boxes. So in the first part, um, we're gonna use the color picker. And so let's select the first color. Um, I'm gonna remove the border so it doesn't interfere with when I'm using a color picker. So in the last box, I've stayed this into eh, to having a border since if I remove the border, we cannot see the color white that we're gonna use. So let's add border so it doesn't make an confusion when creating or using these colors in our website. So the next part, so let's add a text in here that says ay, color palette. So this is our color palette that connected or same colors that we've used in our website logo. And next is we're gonna create or make the font styles and font colors. So, so I've renamed this for example this palette. So we cannot be confused when we will add this website. We will add this. um, things to our website. It should be organized like that. And next, let's add the font style. So first, we're gonna create the title text. This is title. So in this in this part, we're gonna use railway bold. I'm gonna use 150 size of text. I unnecessary size it's too big for the website. One, so or we can make it. Sorry for that. Let's make it 150 na lang. And let's make an header. Let's make it to 100. And semi bold. And let's create the next font style for the subheader. So, ay, mamaya na lang pala sir, sorry. Let's add more. So in this part, um, so in this part, I'm gonna explain why did I add this. So in this part, it is this part stays where the logo or the company name. And the next part, it is the use for example, the title page like that. And in this part, for example, there is a room name. We can add the subheader, and for the text, it is mostly used for description. So let's change the text font to Open Sans, and let's use Open Sans for this or Open Sans. I don't forget it. So I'm gonna create different colors for the fonts. So first, this is the color that I've used. Next is the this color. So let's recolor it. And lastly, the gonna use the white. So so in this part, hindi ko na nilagyan ng border since if I'm gonna add text in the websites, magkakaroon siya ng border and edit ko naman. So I'm not gonna add borders so we can see, but it's gonna make it complicated when we add it to the site. Siguro sir, maglagay na lang ako ng palatandaan. Merong text dito. And let's use this and send it back. First, I'm gonna make it a group. So, that's it. Para hindi siya confusing na tignan. And next is we're gonna create icons or like the components. Sorry for that. I'm talking about the components, like for example, the buttons, the icons, the navigation bar, or the scrollable part, or the content of your website. So let's connect the component. So first, I'm gonna add the icons that we're gonna use in the navigation bar. So first is the home. Let's resize it to 45 or 65. And next is the rules that indicates where or how many rooms are available. Let's resize is for 665. Next is the booking where it can add the users can add the booking part. Ay, wala. 65. Next is the live ratings of the bookers or the people that have booked the site or booked the hotel. That's it for the icons. So next is mm, the buttons. I forgot about that. Sorry, sir. So I already now let's add this to the character styles. And this part, I forgot to add in the colors in here. The document assets. That's important here. Let's remove this since I'm not gonna use that color. So in this part, I'm gonna create three different kinds of button or the three different kinds of designs of the button in the website I'm gonna create. Button and I'm gonna use the options. Fuse white. So these buttons that I'm gonna create can be used in different um kinds of things that we're gonna do in the website. For example, this part, we can use this button for like, can I rename it like book, book now like that, or um pay now like that. Let's try to make it bold and be more appealing or so easy to see. By the way, don't forget to group it. So if we move it to other sites, um, we cannot, it will not maghihiwalay-hiwalay like that. We're gonna use this thing. Oh, that's the button. So I'm gonna add more, add another icon. So this is where I stop dragging. This is for the payment icon. Let's add pictures that we're gonna use. So first, I'm gonna create an square. So if I added this, well, if because if I add um, different sizes of pictures in the website, it will not be more appealing than it is. So since I'm gonna use three pictures, I'm gonna create three more boxes. I'm gonna add extra box for the background since I want it to make like more blue. So this take it to the background and let's use the dark blue. Let's try to ay, mali ang pinaglagyan. So this is what I've been saying. So it can be more like connected to the website color or the theme of the website. Don't forget it to make it true. So there are more. So let's create where a box or a container that the user can book the room. So let's copy this. Let's add another page so we can test if the sizing or the container that we are creating is a can be in the this can be room. And let's resize it. So let's add lorem ipsum for like the description. Since I cannot create a description, I'm gonna use the lorem ipsum paragraph. Let's add subtext here. I'm trying to think if that is appropriate for my website. Since it's not, I'm gonna remove that. So that's for the room. I'm gonna resize the text since it's too big, it's too wide. So that's it for the mood board that I'm gonna use for my website.